previously. I will start now. Firstly, introduce myself again for new visitors, new audience. Previously, actually, the information provided by valuable developers like the presentation you will watch today has been a foundation of my story. Winning the first place in the best custom function category at the 2024 Zoho Hackathon, where we deeply presented this project for the first time, greatly motivated me. Today, I'm proud to have the opportunity to share my experience with you and to exchange ideas that will contribute to both myself and all valuable developers attending this session. I would like to say welcome to all of you. I personally experienced that our work is quite challenging, but also very enjoyable once we start seeing results. Through my experience, I realized that being a good developer isn't just knowing programming language well. It also requires strong conceptual thinking, strategic planning, risk management, and the most importantly, emotional intelligence. At this point, predicting every step users will take and structuring our processes accordingly is essential. When you combine all these aspects, you create perfect products. Since I'm also involved with art activities, I always consider the art side when handling tasks. All the system we build share one common goal: efficiency. Today, every tool people choose aims at providing efficiency. If you can make people's lives easier and give them back some of their own time, you create something beneficial for society. At this point, every developer is a craftsman who touches many people's lives through their creations. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late, right? The time is the most valued part of life. The most critical factor in the human efficiency is time. Because when we save time, our productivity increases. Simply put, a system successfully designed to save time makes us more efficient. Today, I will explain how even a tiny amount of time saved when repeated 100 times a day can result in approximately 200 extra working days per year. The automations we create are not intended to reduce the number of people working, but rather to use the workforce more efficiently, will include human intelligence and provide faster solutions. Firstly, companies that offer quick solutions to their customers earn fast service badge. And there will always be customers who prefer them specifically for their speed. And second one, accuracy. The main factor is ensuring time efficiency in our automations depends on how accurately our code processes input data and provides correct outputs, along with how quickly this happens. However, the key to maintaining this efficiency long-term is accuracy. Systems that perform tasks quickly but incorrectly have very short lifespans, possibly shorter than their response times. From a business perspective, companies that provide slightly slower but error-free services earn the trust badge from customers. And there will always be a loyal customer base that chooses them specifically because of trust. When we consider these factors together, speed or accuracy alone may only help you survive. If you create a structure that allows the fastest possible transfer of correction information, you hold the golden key as a smart business. This golden key represents sustainable profitability, a valuable asset for companies. Let's talk about common quotation challenge. When I entered this industry 8 years ago, we manually prepared quotes using a Word document template, entering all data by hand and sending them to customers makes sense. If you communicate with your customers online, speed becomes critical. All the automations are created to reflect our past experiences. Automating quotation processes can cause significant issues such as loss of workforce efficiency, difficulties in daily operations, inadequate rule enforcement, and lack of internal standardization. In summary, if you have a company and want to provide standardized services to your customers, you must have a fast, controllable, and reportable substructure, because you cannot manage what you can because you cannot manage what you cannot measure. Now, when we look at our Zoho automation framework about QuoteBot project, let me first explain why I choose Zoho Cliq for the QuoteBot project, which we created with OpenAI integration, Zoho Cliq and Zoho CRM. Our company has 20 users. We exchange approximately 70,000 internal messages per year. Zoho Cliq is our communication platform where each user reads or writes about 10 messages daily. This way, people can easily prepare their quotes without switching from their usual working screen to another one. Zoho already provides a much more advanced and efficient structure compared to traditional methods. In Zoho, finding a contact, creating a deal record, and preparing a quote can be done in about 3 minutes in our sector, which is already very good under normal conditions. Thanks to our automation, we have reduced this process less than 30 seconds on average. In our business model, we first use a bot created Zoho Cliq to receive user requests with AI integration. We convert user requests into structured data. We then combine this data with necessary system data using a second AI request to generate final output. Without AI, we would have had to create hundreds or even thousands of keyword and sentence examples to understand user input, which might slow us down rather than increase efficiency. I strongly recommend using AI integrations, especially in data analysis and structuring processes. In the next step, after creating the quotation data, we send a notification message to the user through Zoho Cliq containing quote details and approval buttons. Depending on the user's approval or rejection, we trigger the remaining record creation process. At this point, we process the user's entered data alongside our CRM system's contact and product data to generate the required output. We create a deal record linked to contact and a quote record linked to that deal. Additionally, any updates we might need after the quote is created can also be handled through our bot. The automation is generally in three structure working. One of them, communication request. Second one, quotation and pricing request. And the third one is update request. I'll show you a live demo firstly, and then I'm gonna pass to coding scripting structure. Firstly, I can start with general communication. Okay, he's specifying me about responsibility, and I'm gonna just request with any contact my number on system, and then 20 composites, just sending it. Now it identified it about a quote request. Okay, now send to me approval for my request. It's the contact with all details. Response time is 19 seconds. Composite bonding our product in here, and list price, and totally 20. When I approve it, automatically creating a deal and quote record under of the contact. So this process is performed in 22 seconds. Let's check the records. Onur Gülay, and created time now. Everything is true. And let's check the deal. Also, one quote is assigned here. We can also ask pricing without any contact information. Let me show you. Now it's identified price info request. Just prepare a price table and will send to me. Sometimes it could be delayed because of the API request, because of OpenAI, and it's talking with Zoho CRM, but it came now, 45 seconds. So everything is true in here. Now I can do like this. I can give the contact number. And requested to assign this pricing. Okay, now it's changed as quote request. Lastly, after this, I will show you how is the update process. Okay, because of the this contact, my mom is Turkish lira currency in contact. It's sent to me in contact currency, and I'm approving the quotation now. Now I will request an update. Because of Zirconia, I'm requesting another products extra additionally. Updating. Okay, so you can see here quote ID. It found the related record there, and then adds another product. When I approve, it's automatically adding new products after update. Let me show you. So you can see here products, prices, everything is okay. Let me move the structure. Section 1. Firstly, Cliq message handling. I'm gonna explain you here, right? Firstly, in Cliq, I created a bot, as you see, quarter, and then message handler function. Under the message handler function, I created a structure. In first step, when the user send a message, I'm handling it in this part, and then taking the current time because I need to post this data to AI. And then I'm collecting the last 5 communication history from bot communication because of a communication conversational structure. Then I'm preparing a message list with chat data by adding the chat time and other content details in here. The most important side is AI system prompt. In prompt, I identify what is the role, what is the tone, emoji using, output format, everything with details. I'm identifying in here this point, and I used GPT 4.1 model because they are always increasing and updating the models. Need to test according to business. And for response structure, I generally use AI with this purpose. The most important thing is response format, JSON schema. I created in here a JSON schema, and when I post it to AI model, it exactly provides me this structure responses. So in here, I created some parameters about my process and texted description of them. And when AI reply to my request, it's always show these parameters. And sending requests to AI from Cliq. This is only a first analysis of user request. So we will understand it's about communication, it's about quotation or pricing, or is it about only contact data? There are different types of process. I will show you now. I'm using try-catch structure in here because of the handling the errors, and in case any error situation, I am directly responding to the user. And parsing the AI outputs in here, as I explain you, I'm understanding contact data, price info, some with Boolean true or false process. Firstly, I'm checking it. Is it if it is a quote request or not? If it's quote request, I'm always waiting. The contact data is not null, and then I'm using in here Zoho CRM SQL search. It's always, I think, more efficiency because you are giving some fields and then quick response you can get. I'm using it. If search contact request is null, I'm directly informing the user about I cannot found. And if there is a multiple results of contacts, for example, when the user texts any mobile or email address and there are duplicate results, I'm also informing them. If everything is okay, I'm preparing a post data map in here for sending requests to CRM, and the rest of the process will continue on there. And second scenario, if it's not quote request, but if it's a price info, as I did 5 minutes ago, I'm just checking currency. If currency is null, base currency I'm assigning there. And third part is update request. In update request, I'm waiting to updated quote ID. I will show you the second part of my script, how I can identify update quote ID. And I'm fetching the quote information in here. Third scenario, if only contact data, I'm sending the contact data to user and request. If you want any quotes, I can create for this contact. And the last one is the simple one, is standard communication process. If all of the data is null, it's automatically going to communication process. And the most important cases, error management. You need to put in after every scenario, if else, and then need the error management at the last. I prefer create a system error task for my errors in here. That's why all of the codes, if I face any error, automatically creating Zoho CRM task under of the related module and sending function notifications my channel for real system monitoring, sending notification there because I can directly, quickly manage error and then handle it. This information, if the post data is not null, so if I need to go to continue to process about pricing or quotation, I'm posting data to CRM, my CRM function. I will show you which kind of data I will post. So this data, status is quote request, contact data details, what is the user request, AI is analyzing it, and AI analyze also service, because we have a couple of service different. I identified for the model. It's analyzing and providing me this information, and request time for calculating of response performance. Then the request is coming my CRM function. In here we use I have to use the CRM API request parameter, as you know. Sorry. Firstly, I'm taking in here request time and status, because status is important for me for choosing the way of the function. Because of that, I separated in here for understandable. Firstly, after getting user information, user emails and other details, I'm checking if it's a quote request, price info, or quote update. Quickly sending a notification to user because 45 seconds or 30 seconds normally is a bit long process when waiting on screen, you know, without doing something. That's why it's just break notification, middle notification I'm sending. And if it's not an update request, firstly handling in here quote and pricing details. I will show you getting contact data here, and then if it's price information, checking price currency, because in case the contact data is provided, I am directly creating quotes with contact currency. Then searching active products on my system for preparing a general list here, sending AI, second request. I'm arranging in here description because of the line break OpenAI responding error. That's why I need to remove them. I'm doing it here. And if the contact currency is not equal to base currency of the system, I need to calculate again, recalculate the product prices. I'm fetching my exchange rates from Zoho Books, data table, and then pricing other currency prices here. Second request, I'm using OpenAI assistant structure because it's working with thread structure. You know, I create for each quote separate thread, and then when I get any trade ID, I'm posting it into quote record on CRM. If the user requests from me any updating about the quote, I'm firstly fetching the thread ID from record and then sending request to same thread. In this case, the model is quickly understand the previous data and then responds to you without you send something big data again. This about, I think, about time efficiency, I think, for this. Scenario is if the quote updates, as I specified you now, it's already request body includes update code because of the last communication data I showed you, the model fetching there. In the same system, I'm just preparing code data for updating and then send the same thread ID in here with user request. The last part in here, after sending request to OpenAI, I need to check run status. Run because so I'm sending stream request. If the run status is completed, I will understand my process is completed and I can get my output. It's a bit sometimes can be longer. That's why I'm using in here delay lists from minimum to maximum. For every step, I'm refreshing my request and fetching run status. If I catch completed status, I'm directly stopping the loop. After run status completed, I'm getting from AI response the exact code.data I provided previously a JSON schema. The model is sending it to me. Another option is requires action in OpenAI response. Requires action is the model request from you to submit output. You can check in this case, is it true or not, false, like this, or you can request update. I'm generally, after testing, because of I didn't see any problem. I'm always sending a true request to them and getting output. Normally, in here, I'm getting function data. This is my code data. So I don't need extra data in here. You can see I'm just adding my thread ID and getting finalized code data. All of these data handling and preparation. Now I will go to Cliq user notification process. If the request about quotation or update, according to that, I'm assigning a header in here and preparing a contact tables, and then assigning row values and creating a transaction ID as random number of Zoho CRM. This is the database record because this is, I think, important side because I will send request to Zoho Cliq for notification with button arguments, and button arguments can get maximum 100 characters data. That's why I cannot push my request this JSON. I'm creating a database records module with transaction ID, and I'm posting my transaction ID inside of the approve button. I will show the background of the button script now. This is about price info request. Click notification is true and continue. In here, I'm fetching quoted items data and creating a notification subtable for products and calculating the total grand total amount and using webhook for sending Zoho Cliq. Other parts is about approval. If you want, firstly, I will show you the function creating in Zoho CRM. What I created a function in here. Let me show. After the user click approve button, the request coming to here exactly, and I'm analyzing the arguments of buttons firstly. If it is a approve or decline request, you can see update quote ID. I'm fetching from the table here. If there's any quote ID parameters, I'm understanding it. And if it's a pro request, the last request for my process, I'm collecting all of the contact data and quotation data for creating deal and quote records. So the last process, I'm posting them to previous function. I will again move to there. If it is a decline selection, I'm directly sending a text and putting a cross there. This function also replacing my request, replacing that data into my request in here. For example, I sent a normally 20 zircon request in this text. After I approve this code, because of the message edit parameter value, automatically updated my message. After this request sent to new request here, I will show to here. Yeah, after CRM API request parsing, it will come quote approval or update approval status. Firstly, if it's a quote approval, I'm getting the quote ID, quote data, and then not quote ID, I'm sorry. I'm directly getting quote data and contact data. Then in first step, creating a deal record, as you can see here. After that, creating a quote records together and responding to user with all of the data created. And second scenario is update approval. When we request any updates and after approve, same structure actually as mentioned. After getting quotation data and mapping it, sending quote update request. All of these requests are finally connected to the same Cliq notification structure, because in every part I am creating a Cliq notification variables, and then in here sending to user. So the process, and the last one is error management. I showed it. The process is actually simple, not so mixed. You can see here. I will just check my presentation. Just a second. Approach quote data decline trigger. Receive the final request in the CRM function. Measurable impact, I can explain you. If we calculate with 3-minute parameters, as I told you, think any company which creates 100 quotes a day. By comparing with this automation, daily calculation standard process is 300 minutes. In quarter bot processes, 50 minutes. And when we calculate annually, 83% efficiency you can get directly about time. And earning is 190 working days based on 8 hours. This is very impressive, I think, results. Future enhancements I can explain you in my mind. Contact creation, first one. For example, when the user sent any email data or mobile number, if the bot cannot find it in system, it can offer, would you like to create a contact like this? And second one is data reporting and analytics in separate module maybe. A third one is transaction timeline based on the records, and automatic email sending. The bot can offer the user, would you like to send email this quotation, like this.